The moon, Earth's loyal companion. For thousands of years, the moon has inspired humanity with its image, becoming the subject of poems, stories, and legends. This mysterious object, appearing in the sky every night, has sometimes been the protagonist of a romantic evening, and sometimes the harbinger of secrets brought by a frightening full moon. However, the moon is not just an aesthetic element. It is also Earth's only natural satellite and a celestial body that plays a critical role in the balance of our planet. But what if one day the moon suddenly disappeared? Could our planet survive? Or could life on Earth continue? The formation of the moon, a poetic beginning. Most scientists accept the giant impact hypothesis regarding the moon's formation. According to this hypothesis, about 4.5 billion years ago, a Mars-sized protoplanet named Theia collided violently with Earth. As a result of this collision, a large amount of mass was ejected into space from Earth, which had not yet fully cooled. Over time, these masses came together under Earth's gravitational pull to form the moon. This birth process took about 30 million years. If we compress Earth's 4.54 billion year existence into 24 hours, the moon would have formed during this time frame. When the moon first formed, it was very close to Earth. The distance between them was only 25,000 kilometers, less than half the circumference of Earth today. If the moon were still this close today, its appearance in the sky would be 15 times larger than it is now. However, this proximity would have caused massive tides on Earth's surface, making it impossible for life to exist. The evolution of the moon, a companion drifting away from Earth. As the moon continues to orbit, it absorbs some of Earth's energy during tidal events thanks to Earth's gravitational pull. This energy transfer causes the moon to gradually move away from Earth. Today, we know through laser measurements that the moon is receding from Earth by 3.78 centimeters each year. However, if we imagine the moon suddenly disappearing, it's logical to fear that Earth might explode or crack open. But the sudden disappearance of the moon would not have an immediate catastrophic effect. Our nights would just become darker, and we would be deprived of that beautiful sight in the sky. We can actually experience how dark a moonless world would be during the new moon phase. Nights without the moon, dark and starry. The brightness of the night sky is measured on a logarithmic scale called magnitude or apparent magnitude. On this scale, smaller numbers correspond to brighter objects. For example, the magnitude of the sun is minus 26.74, while the magnitude of the full moon is minus 12.74. This difference might seem vast, but this logarithmic scale represents a difference of 3,195 times. During the new moon phase, the moon's brightness drops to a magnitude of minus 2, which is 12,473 times less bright than the full moon. If the moon were to disappear entirely, our nights would be about 10 times darker than during the new moon phase. However, this would not mean complete darkness. In fact, we would be able to see the Milky Way galaxy and even some nearby galaxies like Andromeda much more clearly in the sky. This would be an incredible opportunity for astronomy enthusiasts. On the other hand, this situation would pose a serious challenge for nocturnal animals. Moonlight is crucial as a navigational tool for many animals to find their prey. For example, some species like sea turtles follow the moonlight to reach the sea after hatching. The disappearance of the moon could negatively impact these species' ability to navigate, endangering their survival. Earth without the moon, geological and climatic changes. One of the biggest impacts of the moon's disappearance would be on Earth's axial tilt. The moon serves as a stabilizing force that keeps Earth's axis in check. Earth's axis is tilted at about 23.4 degrees, which gives us our seasons. However, without the moon, this tilt could become more erratic, potentially leading our planet into extreme climate cycles similar to those of Mars. Mars' axial tilt varies between 0 and 60 degrees over millions of years due to the weak gravitational pull of its moons. This results in extreme hot and cold seasons on Mars. A similar scenario could occur on Earth. The absence of the moon could cause Earth's axis to wobble more, destabilizing the planet's climate. This could lead to massive ice ages, covering much of Earth with glaciers. These climate changes could be deadly for many species. The moon's absence and its impact on the oceans, tsunamis and tidal changes. The moon's gravitational pull causes the middle parts of Earth's oceans to rise by about 40 centimeters. If the moon were to suddenly disappear, this mass of water would quickly drop, causing massive tsunamis along the coasts. This sudden change in gravitational force could also cause some cracks in the Earth's crust, triggering earthquakes or volcanic eruptions. However, the likelihood of these effects is low. A more noticeable change would occur in the tides. The moon is responsible for most of the tidal forces on Earth. If the moon were to disappear, both wave heights and tidal ranges would decrease by 50% to 67%. At first, the significance of smaller tides might not be apparent. However, tides are vital for coastal ecosystems. Creatures like crabs, mussels, starfish, and snails rely on the nutrients brought by the tides for survival. The reduction in these resources could drive many species to extinction, severely disrupting the food chain. The sociological and scientific implications of the moon's disappearance. The moon's disappearance could have not only physical but also sociological effects. Darker nights might lead to an increase in crime rates. Additionally, the absence of the moon could impact scientific research. For instance, the moon's surface holds important records of Earth's geological history. The tectonically inactive moon preserves rocks from billions of years ago. The loss of the moon would also mean the loss of these records. Moreover, the existence of a force capable of removing the moon from orbit could instill great fear and panic in people. A force powerful enough to destroy the moon could also have devastating effects on our planet. If we consider that it would take detonating a megaton hydrogen bomb every second for hundreds of thousands of years to make such a scenario possible, we can understand just how terrifying this possibility is. Conclusion: Earth without the moon. The disappearance of the moon could have many devastating effects. However, since most of these effects would unfold gradually and slowly, the moon's disappearance would not entirely wipe out life on Earth. Nevertheless, it would lead to significant changes in the balance and living conditions on our planet. Among the first things to be affected would be the weakening of tides, climate instability, and the resulting disruption of ecosystems. Over time, these conditions could affect the life cycles of many organisms, potentially leading to the extinction of some species. Coastal ecosystems, in particular, would take a major hit due to the reduction in tides. However, the loss of stabilization provided by Earth's axis could have the most long-term and serious consequences. These axial changes could cause seasons to become more extreme or more erratic, leading to major difficulties in agriculture, livestock farming, and many other aspects of human life. More pronounced or irregular seasons could accelerate global warming, leading to the melting of glaciers, rising sea levels, increased droughts, and thus endangering food sources. The cultural and psychological significance of the moon. The sudden disappearance of the moon would also have profound effects on human psychology and culture. The moon has held a significant place in various cultures throughout history. Ancient civilizations associated the moon with their gods, used its phases in their calendars, and created myths about it. These mythological and religious meanings of the moon still have a place in modern popular culture. The disappearance of the moon could create a huge void in human history. Psychologically, people have become accustomed to the moon's presence at night. Its absence could increase feelings of loneliness when looking at the sky. The lack of moonlight at night could negatively affect the emotional well-being of many people. The moon is not just a celestial body, but also a source of peace, a muse, and a guide for many. Impact on scientific research. The absence of the moon would also leave a significant gap in scientific research. The moon holds crucial information about Earth's geological history. Research conducted on the moon's surface provides many clues about Earth's early periods. Without the moon, our access to this information would be limited. Moreover, the moon plays a major role in our future space exploration plans. The moon could be considered a base for missions to Mars and other distant planets. Without the moon, such long-term space missions would become more difficult. Additionally, without the moon's gravitational influence, changes in Earth's magnetic field and atmospheric loss could make our efforts to sustain life on Earth more challenging in the long run. Conclusion: the loss of the moon would mean not just the disappearance of a celestial body, but also a profound change in all ecosystems, climates, and even the history and psychology of humanity on Earth. Although the moon may seem like an ordinary object in the sky, it holds a deep place in the life cycle and cultural fabric of our planet. While the initial effect of the moon's disappearance might seem like nothing more than an increase in nighttime darkness, in the long run, this loss could deeply affect every living being on Earth and even the planet itself. Therefore, the presence of the moon is indispensable not only for romantic nights, but also for the sustainability and habitability of our planet. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this exploration into the mysteries of our universe, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated with more fascinating content. Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's continue the conversation. Until next time, keep wondering and keep exploring.